So good afternoon. We're here with Barbara McGhee from Hypnosis with Barbara, and we want to just ask her a few questions. She's going to allow us to learn a little bit about hypnosis. So if you could just define hypnosis for us.
Okay. Well, hypnosis is a mind-body therapy that uses deep relaxation, guided visualization, and therapeutic suggestion to help clients achieve a variety of results.
Variety of results such
Absolutely.
as?
Let's first talk about some of the myths
Okay.
surrounding hypnosis. I find that many people truly don't understand hypnosis. The first point I would like to make is that we go into hypnosis an average of 7 times per day. How is that? Well, hypnosis is a focused state of concentration. So when we're watching a TV program and we begin to get choked up and we're getting emotional because we're engaged in that TV program, well, we know that these are actors that are playing a role, but just for that moment, operating in the subconscious mind, we are into the TV program. We may cry, we may be at the edge of our seats in suspense. That's akin to hypnosis. Or perhaps you're so engaged in texting or talking on the telephone and someone comes in the room. And when they come in the room, you don't hear them call your name. Well, for a brief moment, you're focused and concentrated, maybe on that text message or reading that book. So hypnosis is a focused state of concentration, and it's something that happens every day, all day.
So most people, everyone has been hypnotized in, according to that definition, even on their own or, like you say, by the TV or by whatever device. As long as you're focusing in on something, that's technically hypnosis.
That's akin to hypnosis, actually, absolutely.
Okay, so then what about some of the probably more popular myths about hypnosis, such as you're under the control of somebody, you can't control yourself, or you lose control of judgment and things like that? Explain that for us.
And that's one of the things, whether it's a clinical session or it's a stage hypnosis performance, that's one of the things I hear quite a bit. Well, I don't want to give up control. Where in hypnosis, you would not do anything that you wouldn't normally do. You would not do anything that goes against your moral judgment and your belief. In essence, you are in total control. If I were to give you a suggestion that you don't agree with, you would automatically and immediately dismiss that suggestion, and it won't work. It won't be valid because it goes against your belief system. So under hypnosis, you're in total control. I would like to touch on a few other common myths regarding hypnosis.
Okay.
Hypnosis is not sleep. In stage show, we use the term sleep, and that's because sleep is most often associated with relaxation.
Okay.
But you're not actually asleep in hypnosis. You don't go to sleep in a clinical session or on a stage session. You cannot get stuck in hypnosis. So if we're in a session and you're in a hypnotic state, and I were to leave the room and would never come back, then you can't be stuck in hypnosis. It is absolutely impossible. You would simply wake up, return to your natural state of awareness. So no one can ever be stuck in hypnosis. Any other myths that you've heard so that we can go ahead and dismiss those? Oh, I think I remember one.
Okay.
A lot of times people are concerned that they'll tell their secrets. That is not the case under hypnosis. In essence, you may be even more guarded. You won't tell, it's not a truth serum or a lie detector. So I can't ask you a question and expect an answer while you're under hypnosis that you are not willing to freely give.
Okay. Yeah, because they state as, from my research of the subconscious, it's basically, it's aware at the deeper levels of being. So
Absolutely.
that awareness would still be aware that someone is trying to make you do something against your will. So is
Right.
that, so that would completely demystify that.
Right,
Okay.
right. Which leads me to discussing the subconscious versus the conscious mind.
Okay.
What is the conscious versus subconscious? Well, conscious mind is when we decide what we're going to wear, what we're going to eat, where we're going to go. We're operating the conscious mind. We're awake, we're aware. The conscious mind is limited. It's logical and analytical, which means we try to make sense of everything. We try to analyze everything. part of what I do as a hypnotist is I get you to that deeply relaxed state where you bypass what we call the critical factor. And that is the logical and analytical mind. So you're no longer questioning things. The subconscious mind is completely opposite than the conscious mind. It's creative and it's imaginative. We like to say that kids up until around age 7 are operating in the subconscious mind. And that's why a child at age 5, 6, and 7 is able to believe that there's one Santa Claus who can go to every home in the entire world and go down a chimney, because they are operating in the creative and imaginative mind of the subconscious. So during the hypnotic state, the awesome thing about hypnosis is that when a therapeutic suggestion is made under hypnosis, then the subconscious mind accepts that as reality. It does not question it, so it is the absolute truth. So if I have a person who smokes, I get them to that deeply relaxed state called hypnosis, and then I give them those suggestions that are empowering and therapeutic, and they accept those suggestions as reality. They don't question them like our logical and analytical awakened mind would do. And so that's what makes hypnosis so powerful.
With that explanation, then, would you say that in that sense the conscious mind is really what we're trying to bypass in hypnosis? It's not so much the conscious is like a guard that just needs to sit down so that you can get to the more obedient part of the mind.
Very well, but the conscious mind is extremely limited. When we have an experience in childhood where we're told that we're never going to be any good in math, and we accept that and allow that suggestion as part of our belief system, hypnosis has an opportunity to break that thought pattern. So the conscious mind is based on our emotions, our beliefs, based on our experiences, and what we do with hypnosis, we really try to reframe and we really try to change some of what I like to call stinking thinking. Highly effective tool. Sometimes misunderstood.
Greatly.
But I just will say to everyone who has a challenge, and I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, I added this tool of hypnosis. So combine psychotherapy and hypnotherapy work. But what I like to tell everybody with hypnotherapy is that it does not require the months and sometimes years that traditional therapies take for a change. Because we are speaking directly to that subconscious mind that is powerful. And we have the ability to make some very drastic changes in a limited amount of sessions. So again, my name is Barbara McGhee. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. Find me at HypnosiswithBarbara.com. I'm able to do clinical hypnotherapy as well as stage hypnosis.